Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, some kind of shocking news. Wow, that was kind of a bad pun, actually. I didn't even think about it when I was saying that. But cruise passengers actually got struck by lightning on a recent cruise. We also have two cruisers in the news because they shoved $76,000 worth of jewelry down their pants. And yeah, not surprisingly, they got caught. So 5 people recently in Phillipsburg, St. Martin, were off enjoying the day. Some of them were from cruise ships. Some of them were just holiday makers. Not sure if they were from a cruise ship as well. There were numerous ships in town that day when they were around the boardwalk. And apparently 3 people were in the water and 2 others were walking along the boardwalk carrying an umbrella as the inclement weather hit the port area. Well, apparently lightning struck the boardwalk and caused some injuries to these folks. 2 people were released, treated on site, didn't need hospitalization or anything, but 3 of them ended up having to be rushed to hospital with very serious injuries. Not sure yet on their current conditions or even what cruise ship they were from, but there were definitely cruise passengers involved in this incident, and we hope that they all make a very speedy recovery. Just wanted to make a safety reminder out there to everybody. When you see thunder or lightning coming into town, please get out of the water if you're at the beach. Please maybe not carry a metal umbrella over your head in an open area like a beach or a boardwalk where lightning might seek out those items, and as you can see, can actually cause some pretty severe trouble as well. We also have a story of a lady who complained to John Heald saying that her cruise was ruined. Cruise? How many times have we heard that? My cruise was ruined. Absolutely ruined. Because I wasn't allowed to do something that I'm probably not allowed or legally allowed to do. And that was, she wanted to hold a slot pull. Now, did she go to the casino host and talk to the casino and say, I'd like to organize a group, slot pull and organize it through the casino? No. What she did was she held up a sign at the entrance to the casino on the Carnival cruise ship saying slot pull, sign up here, and wanted to collect money from people and hold her own slot pull on board. Of course, this is not allowed. This is against all gambling regulations. This is an unlicensed gambling thing that would happen on a cruise ship. It's just like you cannot go and hold a poker tournament on board in a cabin. You cannot hold a poker tournament up on deck. You cannot have any kind of private gambling on a ship. You can do a slot pull. You can organize a group slot pull through the casino. That can be done. You can do these things legally and properly, but she apparently just held up a sign, tried to get people to sign up and collect money from people. That doesn't sound sketchy at all, right? Like, if I'm walking by and somebody's holding up a sign saying, slot pull, come and see me, give me your money, I'm not giving her money unless I'm in a group with that person and they're organizing it, right? It's not just some random person in a casino taking money from people. No, I'm not going to do that one at all. But there you go. Somebody was trying to hold a slot pull, and their cruise was ruined because they weren't able to do it, I guess. Next, we also have 2 gentlemen who just had their decision go their way, shall we say. I say they actually got away with a lot here. Just a court case came because last year they got on a MSC cruise ship. I believe it was the MSC Virtuoso. And as soon as they got on board, they had not even been on the ship 4 hours yet when this occurred, and they were clearly intoxicated, clearly drunk, completely drunk. And what did they decide to do? They went into the jewelry store, the FE jewelry store on board, while one watched and guarded the entrance. The other one went and stole 10 rings and numerous necklaces, etc., basically shoving them down his pants. And then they walked out. Now, once the crew noticed that all this was, all of a sudden their inventory was gone, some of their rings are missing from the shelf, they notified security. Security watched the cams, saw the guys, and found them each in 2 other separate bars, still drinking and still intoxicated. And they progressed to talk to them and say, hey, can you come with us? At which point they got very belligerent, very physical with the cruise staff security, who then placed them into detention and called the police. The police came on board. Remember, this is only 4 hours into the cruise, and these guys were completely intoxicated already. And they didn't because the ship had to leave by a certain time, they didn't do a thorough search of these guys, apparently. They weren't able to do a thorough much, but they did have them on film doing this. So they didn't search the cabins or anything, but they had them. And once they showed the film to the police and everything, once the ship was getting ready to leave, the police went looking for them. One gentleman turned himself in and turned in 3 of the rings. And the other gentleman was caught at Gatwick Airport, getting ready to fly out. So they were both charged with stealing a pretty good amount, over $76,000 or 76,000 pounds, if you will, of jewelry. But the judge then said, you know what, we've looked at these guys' past history. They've never done anything like this. They've never been in trouble before. They were clearly intoxicated and seemed like a spur-of-the-moment, frivolous thing, and it doesn't mean that they can't be, that it will happen again. They can't be rehabilitated. And so he basically sentenced them to 15 months or 2 years suspended sentence and 272 hours of community service. No telling in that decision if they had to pay back any of the money. I did not see that in the decision. In fact, one guy admitted to selling a bunch of the rings, over $50,000 worth of rings unrecovered. So 272 hours of community service for $70,000. That sounds like a pretty good deal to me, I guess. It's just 4 hours, guys. 4 hours, and they were drunk enough to commit robbery, grand robbery on a cruise ship. Absolutely crazy. And then they got away with basically a slap on the wrist because, well, they were drunk and they didn't have a record before, so we don't think they'll do it again. Well, let's hope not. At least the cruise line, let's hope they're smart enough to say, you can never cruise with us again. Well, let me know what you guys think. Do you think they got away with a lot, or that they should have been at least some jail time in here? There were children involved, so I can see where the judge is leaning towards forgiveness. But I mean, I don't know if a judge would ever forgive me, and just because I don't have kids at home, does that mean I should be treated more severely than these 2 guys were? Isn't the law supposed to be blind in all cases, but it's also supposed to be forgiving? I don't know. It just seems like they got away with something here. Leave a comment down below to me, and until next time, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.